Alright, we just took a look at the fishing cabin that comes with the Fishing Creation Club mod, if that's what we're calling them. Now we're in Dawnstar. So what are we going to do? This is a relatively new character. The only houses I've really discovered so far are the little fishing shack I just did a review on. And then the farm, the plantation. I haven't planted any crops yet and haven't developed it at all. I don't know that I'm going to. So let's take a spin around Skyrim. Oh, this is still, this character is still using Scandinavian seasons. How much food do I have? I cooked up quite a bit at the fishing shack. Caught a fish or two. Right now I'm not using the Creation Club backpack. Yeah, everybody runs around with it, but then I thought, basically, we're the only ones that run around with any kind of backpack. Although you can give them to followers. So I don't know if I like that. I keep thinking that I'm going to do some, relatively long live streams, usually an hour plus. And then, take snippets out of them and do, some kind of a patched together video or something. Haven't done that yet, but we can consider this raw footage. Now, I don't plan on getting any of the dragons going for quite some time in this. For some reason I have a fascination with the weapon Shadowrend from the Creation Club. It is my first weapon. But there are other nice ones too. Typically I like to play with just an iron. In my days before the Creation Club, just do the iron weapons as long as possible. Be as simple as possible. Let's go over here to the camp and see if the giant will let us get warm. Let's see. Alright, let's confirm we are on survival mode and legendary difficulty. So I'm not really sure just yet how many Creation Club mods I want to install on this. I only have a couple, and one of them is one I really necessarily didn't want to install right now. But I think that uninstalling Creation Club mods, or deleting them from your data folder, could have the same effect as getting rid of regular mods. It can corrupt the game. I've had that a couple of times. Now what's going on with my stream? My download speed was something like 430. My upload speed is 2021, which should be very fine. But why does it seem to be stuck up there at Twitch? So I have no idea if this is going to come out at all. frostbite spiders are kind of tough to kill. Well, I guess we got him. Stat. Where's the cult? The Standard people. I call them a cult because they're gonna drag us into the light whether we like it or not. But the place hasn't been destroyed yet, so get a little bit of warmth.
Are you feeling sick?
Do I still have that food poisoning for 3 days? Damn. I thought I'd be over it by now.
Walk always in the light, or we will drag you.
There it is, right there. Walk always in the light, or we will drag you into it. That's why I think they're evil. Kind of a cult. So I'm thinking of killing them off the way I will Thalmor, the Imperial Guards leading Stormcloak soldiers away, POWs, vampires, just that whole group. Add the Vigilance of Stendar. I guess what this character is going to do is basically fight his own civil war right now. Let's just sleep for 1 hour. Alright, so we can sleep in this bed in the Hall of the Vigilant before it's destroyed.
Are you feeling sick?
I guess I am feeling
The
sick.
mercy of Stendar does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
Now that's funny, because the Shadowrend Creation Club weapon is perpetually charged, but with kind of a weird enchantment. But I think it's Daedric, isn't it? Target is 15% weaker to magic for 30 seconds. So how do you use that in practicality? Do you hit your target and then back off and switch over to magic on yourself? Do you bring along a mage follower, hit the target, and then let their magic become a little bit more potent? Or do you give the sword to a follower and you use your magic? I think it's a little weird. I would probably rather have it drain 15% magic or something and give it to you. But I do like this weapon for some reason. It's my first one from the Creation Club. I bought that, some time back before the new anniversary update, where you could get everything basically for $20. Now usually I've been running around with the axe version, especially on my Argonian character, because that's the way it was portrayed up there at the Creation Club. I actually thought it looked kind of nice. And after a Nord, the Argonians are what I like to play next in order. Basically the only two races. Nord, Argonian. This is a Scandinavian Seasons weather mod, and right now, I guess it's getting a little blurry on my heads-up display because I guess I'm getting cold or something. But this is one of the rare times that we just don't have a lot of fog. This is a relatively fog-heavy mod. And the only two mods I'm using are Scandinavian Seasons. And then that mod, Faiths of Winterset, where it lets you pray. That is very immersive. Probably should go in and take over Fort Dunstadt here. I think it's actually been a while since I've done that.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Well, we just missed that arrow. But I can't really tell if the stream is actually working because in my Twitch studio thing, that's what I use. I actually think it's pretty good. It seems to be stalling a lot. So I have no idea right now if the stream looks halfway decent. Although with my internet speed, I tested just before this, it should theoretically be pretty good. There's certain controls I hit that will open up something else at the same time. Alright, so we escaped Helgen, and yeah, they caught me. I was rightly caught, you know, in the wagon. They should have killed me, because I was out there killing Thalmor and Imperials. We got Shadowrend, and we got the Golden Hills Plantation, although we have not developed it at all, nothing. We did a little bit on the fishing that comes with the Creation Club. Discovered the cabin up there on the far north coast. Haven't planted anything. I haven't even gone to Riverwood and spoke to anybody. I haven't been to Whiterun, and I don't really want to get the dragons going at all this time. A lot of times I play without the dragons for a long time, because most of the time I find them as a nuisance. So let's see where we have been. Night Gate Inn. Wayward Pass. Let's see. What's that? Dawnstar. Yeah, that fishing cabin's right in here. Dragon Bridge. Catless Farm. We did make a little bit of a circle around. But haven't really been a lot of places. We've been outside of Whiterun, but not in it yet. Kind of made a circle around Whiterun. Ah, here come some of those cult members. That's what I'm going to call them. They will drag us into the light. Oh, yes. Basically, what I want to do, mostly, is look for some Thalmor. Thalmor troops leading off Stormcloak POWs. For torture / death. See if this giant will let us get a little bit warm. Steal a little bit of warmth. He might to a certain extent. Alright, we're warmer. Now what is it? Right up here, I kind of like the the DLC home that came up here. I like them all. The Windstap Manor out there in the marsh, I kind of use the most. But there's another one that comes right about here. Heljarkin Hall, something like that. I always thought this house that you could build here would be the best if you're going to be, you know, using horses, considering yourself some kind of cavalry. Because this is good horse country right here. I guess we what? I guess it's the Pale that we get this house from. And a lot of the Creation Club homes are kind of cool. But I really think the in-game homes have really got something going for them. See, what time is it? 1:30 p.m. The Scandinavian seasons is kicking in now from sunshine to more of a cloudy. I can see a little bit of rain. I expect to see a lot of fog soon. Now the rain, the downpours on this thing is nothing like what it was, as I recall, on Rustic Weathers. That was a pretty awesome weather mod itself. I don't know what my fascination is with this Scandinavian seasons. Now, being on a legendary difficulty, I'm stronger on the horse. Because the horse, you know, yeah, it absorbs most of the damage, and it has high stamina and health. More than us. Actually, I haven't had a horse killed in ages. Now there's a Talos shrine up here. We can maybe go and I wonder if it will cure us of our food poisoning. Food poisoning. Shouldn't it be red if we're under the effect of it? But anyway, it says that we have a little bit of a debuff for 3 days. Let's see if I can. I think we're up here by the Shrine of Talos. Now, sometimes you'll be attacked by a Thalmor up here. That's assuming I'm here. I know it's over here. Just waiting for another wolf. As I say, I am definitely weaker dismounted. Here we go. Now, I typically do not loot altars and stuff. I've kind of improved, you know, over the course of my over 4,000 hours. To where I just early on just loot everything I can find. But now instead of looting, I'm more likely to leave a gift. Because I don't want to play like a psychopath anymore, or a frost troll. Let's see, what do I have to leave? Well, we can leave this jewel. Well, it's there, but it's kind of buried in the stone. I can hardly see it. So I'll lift it up a little bit. Maybe set it by this soul gem. Am I over it enough? Alright, there we go. That's much better. Yeah, we'll make an offering if I have enough money. All diseases cured. So we are worshipping, as we are, Stormcloaks. We're starting our own civil war before we actually joined the real one. Trying to get a Hershey Kiss unwrapped. I was thinking, I'd really like to jog again. It's been a few years since I've been able to. I think I still could. But I want to run around, be able to run around Skyrim. You know, if it really existed. I mean, shouldn't we be in the same shape that we make our characters into? Or at least try to be? Alright. You got rid of the food poisoning. I've had that for a couple of days, it seems like. So we are cold and hungry, peckish. Let's eat something really quick. Let's try this fish we caught up there at the fishing shack. Only satisfied. And that won't get us far. Alright. Now, often, when you're here, you might be attacked by Thalmor coming up from behind us there. Kind of like the Talos Massacre site. Let's see, do I still have that here? Maybe not. But just south of the lake, after you escape Helgen. So they're going to try and massacre us here, too. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, right there. There's some kind of big lag on my Twitch Studio thing. I'm using it instead of OBS. So this is what you support if you support the Empire. The massacre of civilians. But they'll try and kill us here at this Talos site too. But as of yet, nobody's come up. And I can see some raindrops coming down on this weather mod. But as I said, not near as much as on the rustic weathers, or Climbus tamarill. You know, hey, look at that. There's a looks like a slaughtered fish right there. So I know that the recording's usually not as clear as what I see, but I can definitely see a whole lot of raindrops hitting the water. But not a whole lot coming down in my view. Now, I mean, I've had some torrential downpours with rustic weathers. And some of the best were on Climbus of Tamriel, too. Thunder, lightning, torrential rainfall. I believe that's a giant camp way over there. Alright, here we are. I guess this is what Felglow Keep, something like that. It's infested with mages. As far as weapons, well, a fishing rod, I guess it could be kind of a weapon, but I don't really consider it that. I have Shadowrend. And then an Imperial bow. I guess I can use an Imperial weapon even though I'm a Stormcloak. Because I conceive of my character as being an ex, you know, Imperial soldier, Legionnaire. Okay, buddy rabbit. I don't go around killing rabbits or even deer. I will harvest them if I can, not to let them go to waste. Let's see, was there another way up there? You know, if the wolves would leave me alone, I would leave them alone. See, I don't kill foxes. They're pretty much harmless. Right. Let's see. We'll go over here and take a look at the towers. You know, there's two areas of Skyrim in the base open world that I don't really care as much for. One of them is the whole Riften area. I tend to prefer the pine trees in the north and, you know, not the regular trees. And then for some reason, Markarth. I don't know why, I'm not really a big fan of it. The whole area. Although the house at Markarth, the in-game house, is one of the best. And then there's the House of Horrors in Markarth. I've actually tried to use it as a house several times. I believe it has the most safe containers of any house. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a place to cook, and then you got the friggin' demon down there in the basement. And the constant, you know, horror-type background sounds. But it's actually a nice house. Let's see. I'm tempted to just walk right down there and try and get on the tower. But then again, I just might end up bypassing this whole thing. Now, usually, if there are game around, it'll be a path or a pass. Usually. But I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Another thing I like to do is just explore. Because even after a lot of hours in the game, there are still places to find. Walking is usually the safest way to go down a mountainside. This isn't really the path I was going to take down, but I kind of change, do audibles of what I'm going to do. Can't see. So right now, at least in my monitor, the scene is pretty good. I guess it's what, sunset? Yep, and it seems like at dawn and dusk, the Scandinavian seasons does have some pretty nice views. In Oldrim, right about in here, there's an outstanding house mod by Gary62, I believe his name was. The cabin. He did some outstanding houses. I don't think he did any, brought them over to special edition. I've installed a couple of them in a special edition. They work for the most part, except for they're all overgrown by the lusher grass in this version. There's another wolf. Let's see if we can let this wolf live. Well, these stormcloaks are going to kill him, more likely.
My cousin disappeared one day. Some say the family left. It wasn't long before I found myself under Ulfric's banner.
As I said, I don't like to leave things to waste.
Tell them to head to Wintel. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
I still see that this on the Twitch Studio thing on my other monitor is like frozen right here. So after I'm done, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to eventually shoot it from Twitch up to YouTube. And then I'll be able to watch it at Twitch too, of course. So I'll eventually be able to see what it looks like. This guy's going to be primarily two-hand, but I'm tempted to install another Creation Club weapon. You know, what's it called? The Ice Blade of the Monarch. And in the same thing, you get some gauntlets that increase two-handed ability. Nice thunder, and here comes the fog that this Scandinavian season's weather mod is famous for. Or should I keep this guy just with Shadowrend for a while? I think I'll have to do that. I mean, I don't want to install a lot of mods or Creation Club stuff right now and discover them all and get them going. And because I want to be kind of a minimalist right at the moment. But then I kind of want to do it. Let's see, have I even discovered one town? I guess I did. Yeah, I think the horse I'm riding was obtained right up here. Is that one of the wild horses? Let me see. Yeah, this time it's named Hydroot.
I used to have 5 good men who worked the mill with me. Then this war started and they all ran off. Idiots with blood.
Alright, so where did the 5 men run off to? Just run off in fear?
Now.
Or did they run off to join the war?
You need to leave.
The Legion. Well, what's he gonna do? Have me arrested?
You need to leave. There's plenty of good wood around. Of course, without functioning mills, who will make the arrows for our soldiers? They have no sense of irony. Need something?
Well, I could use a bed. I don't think we're gonna get one in the worker shack though, but we might get warm. Not too warm. Potato soup. All you need is a potato and salt, and you get some of the best food for survival mode. But I did not mean to pick up the basket. Started it over here. Well, I guess we can sleep on the bed. There's no fire. Let's try 10. I wonder if we're going to get a rested bonus here. We should, because it's considered enclosed. Yep, we got a rested bonus. Oh, it sounds like she's out there working.
Plenty of good wood around here. I just can't harvest it all by myself. Everyone able-bodied is fighting. Of course, without function.
Well, you know, I want her
Who will
to
make the arrows for our soldiers?
ask me to get her some wood. Let's just go chop some wood and give it to her and see if we can get some favor. Because we can end up pretty quickly sleeping in her bed. And of course, it's nice and warm in there. Maybe we should. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. Maybe I can do it with this character, get him to a certain point, and then just go around marrying all the different, you know, females of Skyrim, to check them out and to check out what it's like to live in their houses. I've done that with, well, the one in Solitude from the Radiant Raiment. Actually, she's a pretty nice wife. My Argonian on another character is married to Viola, the one, you know, the one from, what you call it, Windhelm? The nosy one. Actually, she's a pretty good wife, too. But we're going to have to wait a little bit. It's after 9 o'clock. I really don't like waiting. It's a little immersion destroying, but what choice do we have? Let's do while we're waiting for her to come out. Let's see if there's a fishing spot around here. Yeah, I thought I'd been here before. I kind of thought that there was. So let's fish. Second, I forgot how to fish. All right, here we go. I'll have to tell you, I don't fish well. As a kid, I did. Now, why am I losing my catch? Alright, that's 3 times in a row. You can see that I'm not much of a fisherman. Just don't do anything, see what happens. Same thing. Now I understand from reading the books and stuff that if you really learn this fishing, you can just tell what kind of fish it might be just by the tug on the pole and stuff. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. I'd probably be better off jumping in and grabbing a fish. And which might be a good idea, to just jump in and see the various fish swimming around. See if they're, you know, the new ones. Alright. Enough of that failed attempt. Let's go see if the gal's out. I caught nothing after probably half a dozen or so attempts. And the place is still shut up. It's going on noon. Well, I can see that this stream and play is all screwed up. It's really off to a great start. You know what? Maybe I will install that Creation Club thing, and let's see if we can get it fast. If it'll install. I've got so many data folders, like 3 of them. Sometimes, if you're changing your data folders around up at the Creation Club, it'll say installed, but it's not really installed in that folder, so I have to go manually move it. But let's see if we can get it in here. I'll go grab another two-handed weapon. Because we are close by. And then there's also Chrysamir. I got it recently on another character. I think I've deleted that already, character. I'm not sure. The thing is I had another Nord who was very powerful, like 70-something one-handed, using the Dawn Fang, Dust Fang. He was almost unbeatable. So this sword actually didn't compare to that. As I recall, what did it give you, resistance to fire or something? This Dawn Fang, that's an excellent quest. I think it took me like 4 hours to get through that on survival, legendary, no followers. Only sheer tactical genius on the part of my Argonian got that. Umbra's another great quest. Ruin's Edge is good. Shadowrend. The first one I got, the one I actually bought. And I did it with my Argonian. I kind of like the look of this whole thing. Yeah, I guess that's pretty shallow. Alright, it's the contest. And it says it's installed. I don't think it is, so I might have to go move things around. Hopefully, if I still have it. But you're going to get a sword. Nice looking sword. And a pretty good killer. And then some gauntlets. That will increase your two-handed power. Well, we have to go to Candlehearth Hall. Get that, so I guess we can't get it right now anyway. You know what? I'm not sure I even have the contest installed in this data folder. And right now I don't even know if I'm still streaming. Do not know. Contest, come on. Well, I'm obviously not set up to do this right now. So maybe I should stay with what I was doing, running around with Shadowrend. Well, this is going to be an interesting one when I go look at it. My firewood for her. Shoot, I might want to try and marry her at some point. Where in the heck is she? Well, I don't want to run around with firewood. Kronverger Cave, that's where we go and get that blade of the Monarch. Now I'm pretty sure that this thing was installed with Winter Sun Face Skyrim. So what are we supposed to do with this? Oriel. Well, look at this. Oriel only accepts elves. Or Breton, who's part elf. And you know what? As a Nord, I have nothing to do with elves. In fact, this mod, Faiths of Windhelm, well, the one I'm using the Pro mod, Winter Sun. As a Talos worshipper, you have to slay elves, especially Thalmor. Trying to save the fox. Although the wolves have to eat too, right? Park the horse over here by the fire.
Mining is hard work, but we pay a fair price for any ore you dig up. Good day.
Well, let's go see about a little ore.
I've never seen you before. Leave me alone.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Yeah, that fishing cabin out there on the coast, north coast, that would actually be good for some character that you want to kind of live off the grid. You know, just fishing, hunting, mining ore, things like that.
My pa runs this town, and you're going to... You don't look so tough. I'll bet I could take you.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm in their ignorance.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I'll buy everything you've dug up. Good day.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see. Take a look.
I do tend to buy my food. And when I'm using the Arcane Archer Pack from the Creation Club for arrows, I do tend to buy those too. Alright, Tenets of Talos. Just what I was mentioning a little earlier. Bring the Civil War to a conclusion. Well, I'm in my own private Civil War. Although we haven't found any Thalmor yet on this stream to kill. Slay elves and the Thalmor. There you go. Just a divine mission.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman.
With all the things to do just in the base game on a new character, plus all the Creation Club stuff, which I think all of it is actually pretty good. Maybe there's just too many choices. I'm kind of shut down as to what I should do. Now look at this. This goat looks like its mate has been killed. Kind of sad. Let's see, how long? This has been going a little over an hour. If we go after the iron armor from the Creation Club, we'll have to kill some Thalmor soldiers to get it.
Hey, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of hunting brew mead with me. Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise your... well, your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
I'm almost maxed out on my carry weight. It's getting close. If we go after the iron armor, where is it? It's way up here by North Watch Keep. Right in here somewhere. That's a long way. But we get to kill some Thalmor. And the best way to get there would be to go back and take a carriage to Solitude. Well, actually, that's not even going to work because I have to install the dang mod right into my database. I don't know if I can do that too easy. This dwarven male, actually, that's some of the first Creation Club armor I've used, and I actually like it. Not so much the helmet and everything, but the basic torso. I haven't actually tried the other one yet. See, it says it's installed, but I know it's not installed in this data folder. So, I'd have to fix that after the stream. I'd have to go and install it into the data folder manually. And you know what? I guess I'm going to do that and end this stream, and there's time to maybe come back in a while and go after the iron armor and maybe kill some Thalmor. Okay. Later soon, hopefully.